After a drama-filled leg one in Canada, we turn the focus here to Estadio Universitario here in Nuevo Leon, Mexico. It is Tigres taking on Vancouver Whitecaps. I'm Josh Eastern, glad to be with you here for this Concacaf Champions Cup Round 1 second leg fixture. And as we mentioned, what a game it was just a week ago in Langford, British Columbia on Vancouver Island. A dramatic 1-1 draw has set the stage for what should be quite the fixture here tonight. It is the lone Liga MX versus MLS fixture in this first round of the Concacaf Champions Cup. And we are in for a good one here tonight. Of course, last week it was Damir Kreilach scoring on his Vancouver Whitecaps debut just past the half-hour mark, connecting on an assist from Brian White. Then, just on the other side of halftime, Vancouver thought they had a second goal, but it was ruled that there was offside in the build-up to the goal. That goal wiped away, and then it was Andre-Pierre Gignac, of course, the man who has now scored 17 Concacaf Champions Cup goals in his career. He scores an absolutely spectacular free kick from just outside the area, and that rescued a result on the road. It also gives Tigres the upper hand coming into play tonight as they own the away goals tiebreaker. The only way that we will go to penalties here tonight after the conclusion of 90 minutes would be if it is a 1-1 draw. Going back to last week, Robert Siboldi saying they really didn't leave any spaces. It was difficult to break them down. Going on the road in a tough environment, a bit of a smaller venue than what we will see here tonight, but Tigres saying that they had their difficulties breaking down Vancouver. Of course, for Vancouver, it was just their first game coming out of preseason. They did play 4 games in Marbella, Spain, in some warm weather preseason, but of course, Tigres, they are right in the thick of their Liga MX season as they have started their clausura in great form with 4 wins and 2 draws, good for 14 points and 3rd place in Liga MX. They are one of 4 unbeaten teams so far across the league. And you go to the weekend fixture for Tigres, it was a 3-0 win at Santos. It was Juan Bruneta who bagged a brace, and Nicolas Ibanez, who starts on the bench tonight, he also scored a penalty kick. From the Vancouver camp, though, and listening to what Ryan Gauld had to say, he said, we want to play in different environments, and it'd be a big statement to go into this venue and to silence them. He said, we're not scared, we are excited. And that sets the stage for what should be a fine fixture here tonight. One more fixture to come later on this evening, staying in Mexico to be Real Esteli and Club America. Of course, last night it was Chivas. They were able to get through Forge FC, winning on the night and winning on aggregate as well. That is the other Mexico versus Canada fixture in this round 1. And of course, we get a whole new slate of leg 1 fixtures to close out round 1. That all starts next week. But for tonight, the focus is right here in Nuevo Leon. There have been some famous nights in this venue and in second legs. You go back to what happened in 2020 when Nahuel Guzman needed to head home a late cross on a free kick to send Tigres through to the quarterfinal stage. And of course, that was so important because they went on to win Champions Cup that year, and they went all the way to the Club World Cup final where they were the runners-up. Well, the teams are assembling in the tunnel now. It should be a great atmosphere, as it always is here tonight at El Volcán, as it is dubbed. Estadio Universitario is ready for this one. 1 game now, 1 game later on tonight to close out this Wednesday night of CONCACAF Champions Cup action. A couple more fixtures coming your way tomorrow. Liga MX, though, has dominated so far in this round 1, at least this first clump of fixtures. Well, the teams are making their way out onto the field, so we'll step aside. We're building you up to first kick. It's Vancouver, it's Tigres. It's coming your way shortly. Building you up to first kick tonight from Estadio Universitario here in Nuevo León, Mexico. It is Tigres taking on Vancouver Whitecaps. I'm Josh Eastern, glad to be with you for this CONCACAF Champions Cup Round 1 second leg fixture. It is 1-1 on aggregate, and the away goal advantage currently in the hands of the home side tonight, Tigres. A good crowd on hand here tonight, as we'll show you tonight's starting lineups. We'll start with Robert Siboldi's 11 for Tigres. It features 4 changes from the first leg last week. Samir, Juanjo Parata, it is Fernando Gorriarán and Juan Bruneta who enter the 11. Reyes, Pizarro, Vigon, and Cordova all move out of the 11 tonight. And Guido Pizarro, the captain last week, is not a part of the lineup here tonight. Of course, Andre Pierre-Gignac, Luis Quiñones will lead the line for Tigres. And a look at our officials tonight. Said Martinez of Honduras will be the man in the middle, a very experienced officiating crew tonight, all from Honduras. Ryan Gauld, the captain of Vancouver. Of course, Nahuel Guzman, the captain of Tigres. You can see the patches, the 1 in the middle of the trophy for Tigres, noting their 1 CONCACAF Champions Cup triumph. That, of course, coming back in 2020. Vancouver just trying to make it out of this round. Of course, for the VAR, it is Benjamin Pineda of Costa Rica, assisted by Ricardo Montero. And the team coming on the road tonight, still technically in their preseason, but this is no preseason contest. The Vancouver Whitecaps, coached by Vanni Sartini. 2 changes from last week. Pedro Vite and Luis Martins come out of the lineup. It is a season debut for Andres Cubas, who missed last week, and Sebastian Berhalter also gets his name called tonight, as he will start in the 11 tonight after coming off the bench last week for the Whitecaps. Krylak, Gauld, and White, that crucial front 3 that all combined on the goal last week. There's Fafa Pico just out of his seat. He was an important piece coming off the bench last week. Will we see anybody make a similar impact here tonight as this coaching staff has this team ready to go? Vanni Sartini dressed to the nines tonight here in Mexico. And the same goes for Tigres. Plenty of changes, but Robert Siboldi has talked about the depth that he likes from his team here tonight. And there is the whistle. We are underway. It is the second leg of round 1. Tigres taking on the Vancouver Whitecaps. Who will get out on the front foot here tonight? Early on, and already maybe an early chance for Tigres, and Andre Pierre-Gignac looking to cut this infield. He'll get it right back, and he'll move it into space on the far side. It's Jesus Garza, but now the flag comes up for offside. A 42,000 seat venue here tonight. It was a mere 6,000 seat venue the other night up at Starlight Stadium in Langford, but what an atmosphere it was. That place was packed. Tigres had some great support making the trip all the way north. One of the longer trips in the CONCACAF region, coming from pretty much anywhere in Central America all the way to Canada. What a great venue it was last week, and this is a bit of a different task and a different venue for Vancouver coming on the road here tonight. Since Robert Siboldi took over Tigres back in April of last year, Tigres has played 21 times in this venue, this being the 22nd. Their record, 12 wins, no losses, 9 draws. They've yet to lose. And that goes along with 41 goals compared to just 15 conceded. They have been very good on their home turf. They've also been very good in the second leg fixtures across the history of CONCACAF Champions Cup, going all the way back to the Champions League era as well. 10 wins, 5 losses, and 3 draws in the second leg matches. You can see the early foul from Brian White, and this is turned over, and maybe a chance to convert. The shot is scuffed. What an opportunity, and maybe another chance here, but this will be a quick whistle and a handball. A very opportune Vancouver Whitecaps side trying to pick off Tigres, playing out from the back. Nahuel Guzman just didn't get that pass right. Gauld was there to pick it off, and Krylock, boy, just didn't make the connection that was necessary. And then you could see the handball at the end of the sequence. Boy, that would have been a dream start for Vancouver. Here's Samir, one of those players that didn't get the start last week that enters the lineup here tonight. As we mentioned, Guido Pizarro, who was the captain last week, he is not in the lineup, whether that be in the starting 11 or on the bench. But some good news for Vancouver, of course. Andres Cubas, who missed last week due to injury, he is back in the starting lineup here tonight. A crucial player, and there he is, picking off that ball right through the middle. Brian White trying to go quickly. He'll get it right back at his feet. Another giveaway for Tigres. That took a deflection, no whistle. Now there's a whistle. The referee looked to play advantage, but will pull this back. A set-piece opportunity coming for the Whitecaps. Another look at it here. There was really no advantage being played. Right as we mentioned, Andres Cubas, he made a big interception in the middle. He'll play right in the middle of the park tonight for Vancouver. A crucial player in his 3rd season now with the Whitecaps. 12 caps for Paraguay. As Sebastian Berhalter will stand over this early set piece for Vancouver. Ryan Gauld, also an interested party. This is going to be Berhalter, and he skies it over the crossbar. An ambitious effort from distance for the young 22-year-old. Another player entering his 3rd season with the Whitecaps. Time with the Columbus Crew, who of course will enter this competition come the round of 16. That'll start the first week of March. Also time at Austin, who of course was eliminated in this competition last year in the round of 16. One of the bigger upsets in Champions Cup history. Looking long over the top. Brian White trying to lay it off for the run of Ryan Gauld. Intercepted, and Tigres can now look upfield. It's Tristan Blackman to win it back and looking for that penetrating ball. And that is going to be a whistle and maybe an early yellow card. We'll see what the referee decides here as Brian White was upended. Berhalter asking for a card. Just a lunge put in by Angulo. Getting a lot of Brian White, no doubt a foul. Referee, though, not deeming that yellow card worthy here in these opening 6 minutes. Gauld will drive this in. It's over everybody's head as this bounds out of play. Look at Vanni Sartini, knowing how important this fixture can be for how this season sets up for Vancouver. They're not scheduled to play another competitive match until the first weekend of March. They get the first week of MLS off, and then they will start their regular season technically in week 2. First leg of the round of 16 would be that first week of March. Plenty more matches coming, and already another foul. foul against Tigres. Jesus Garza, the guilty party this time. Gold, White, Krylak causing some trouble here in the early going for the home side Tigres. And it's Berhalter and Gauld who stand around this. Berhalter, driven ball forward, looking for the header to come back centrally. It was last off Angulo. It'll be the game's first corner kick. It comes for Vancouver. Just glancing off the top of his head. Laborda there for Vancouver. And now a chance to try to test Nahuel Guzman in this Tigres defense. It'll be an in-swinger, although they'll play it short. Now Berhalter will put this in. The header is wide. What an opportunity for Vancouver to grab an early advantage. Laborda was up to meet it. He just couldn't steer this on target. He knows how good of a chance that was. He just glanced off his shoulder after hitting his head, which is why it went wide. But if you're in the Vancouver rooting section, you have to be pleased about this start. All of the stats going the way of Tigres in that first leg. Holding on to much more of the ball, getting many more shots. Yohei Takaoka was a busy man in goal. He might have to do something here as Tigres comes forward. One of the first times tonight. Switch of play for Quiñones. Quiñones who looked across this back in. The header's nodded away. Selinovic couldn't get it far enough away. Carioca, Brunetta, and a whistle and a free kick. Andres Cubas getting caught, and a set piece upcoming now for Tigres. Cubas just lunging it a bit too much against Juan Brunetta. Mentioned in the open the brace Brunetta had on the weekend in league play against Santos, part of that 3-0 win. Andre Pierre-Gignac can stand over this set piece. A goal he scored maybe a little bit closer and a little bit more from a central position. Let's see what the Frenchman has in his locker here, trying to test the Japanese goalkeeper. Gignac is ready. Gignac just over the bar. Almost a carbon copy of what we saw last week. Although this time he tried to bring it to the near post and go over the wall. Just couldn't get the height right. Anytime you give him a chance from that sort of distance, you have to be careful. The foul last week from Berhalter, it was just a little bit of a knock that he put on the opposition player. The same thing here tonight with Cubas just lunging in. You can't give away cheap free kicks right around the box, and I'm sure that's something Vanni Sartini has talked about with his club. Vancouver to go from what they thought was a 2-0 advantage, and then at the end of the night settling for a 1-1 draw, and technically not in the driver's seat tonight because Tigres has that away goal. Bit of a shock to the system you'd have to feel for Vancouver. Although, as Ryan Gauld said coming in, he said, we're not scared, we're excited for this opportunity tonight. See if they can make the most of it. They know they have to score. Rata looking for the long switch of play over the head of Raposo. That ball did go out over the touchline, a throw-in for the Whitecaps. For space through the middle. It's Krylock with his back to goal. Now looking for the long switch of play from Gauld. It comes all the way back for Nahuel Guzman. It's the 5th all-time meeting between these two clubs. Leagues Cup fixture last summer, finished with a 1-1 draw, and then Tigres took the extra point in the shootout. And before that, you have to go all the way back to the 2016-2017 edition of this competition, where these two teams met, Tigres getting the upper hand. And if you'll remember back in the fixture in Vancouver, it was Andre Pierre-Gignac scoring a very similar goal to what he scored last week. There is precedent, there is history between these two clubs. Vancouver is yet to come out on top. Laborda for Krylock, now Schaaf. We're doing well to keep the ball. They know they must score tonight. They have any chance of advancing. Long over the top, the flag will stay down for now. It's Krylock, now it comes up as he rolls it past the line, but well in an offside position was Damir Krylock. Another look here. Well, I mean, not as black and white as we originally thought, but it was in an offside position. It was close. Usually when it's that close, though, the flag stays down. They let the whole sequence play out, because for some reason, if he would have been onside, when you go back and look at it, he puts that in the back of the net, it can't count. These fans make this such a tough place to play for an opposition team. El Volcan, as they call it. And to drop this in behind. Veselinovic has to put this out. It's a corner kick upcoming for Tigres, their first of the evening. His back line and Takaoka as well, as their hands full tonight with all attacking weapons. Brunetta took a deflection on the way in. Carioca lifting it in. The clearing header. Gignac trying to bring it back centrally. Was there contact? Referee points to the ball as Tigres keeps hold of possession. All the way back to Nahuel Guzman. Brunetta. Quiñones. Brunetta. It's Carioca once more. Now down the line. Herrera trying to get back to his feet. He did enough to keep it alive. Brunetta circling back. This is where Tigres can be so dangerous. These wide positions, the cross comes in. Blackman there to head it away. Garza holds on to the ball for Tigres as they'll reset. The first sequence of play tonight, the Tigres has had a long spell of possession. Again floated forward. Gorrioran tries to bring it centrally. It was behind the run of Brunetta. And maybe a chance now for Vancouver to run. Gauld will play it back for Raposo. Cubas. Blackman will settle. Another look at this last sequence. Maybe a penalty shout. Gignac going down a little easy there. Samir. Up in the middle. We'll get possession back. Schopf did enough for Vancouver. Berhalter observing some contact, going down. A whistle, play on. There were a few times last week where Vancouver got caught with losing the ball right in the middle of the park, leading directly to Tigres having good chances, and already a yellow card issued to Andres Cubas. Coming right through the back. Like they're up, Parata. Cubas, his first game started this season. Already into the book, not even 20 minutes gone. Remember, he had the foul that led to the early free kick tonight for Tigres. Thought there was maybe a yellow card challenge earlier on from Tigres, but no card given. The first one goes to Cubas. Quiñones trying to turn the corner around Blackman. He throws on the brakes. He can keep the possession as the cross comes in. Schopf there to get it away. Tigres trying to keep this in. Raposo, Cubas. Rata will keep it. Angulo, though, gives it away. Cubas looking for the quick ball right through the middle. Guzman, playing sweeper-keeper, gets it away. That's what Vancouver's looking for. Front three, they can strike quick. Raposo. Krylak trying to get on this again. He will. White holds play up. A wide position for Berhalter. A bit too much on the return for Alessandro Schopf. Anytime you get a Liga MX versus MLS fixture, especially so early in a competition, a lot of eyes can go to that fixture. The next couple of weeks, of course, there's an all MLS fixture upcoming, and Houston Dynamo taking on St. Louis City. St. Louis, their first venture into Champions Cup. Houston Dynamo, it's been a few years. Foul as Krylak was upended. Set piece coming for Vancouver. Maybe a chance to float a ball forward into the box. Samir coming right from behind. Gauld and Berhalter again will stand over it for the Whitecaps. Berhalter will loft it forward. Blackman tries to put it back in the middle. Samir taking no chances there. Guzman may have had a chance to grab it. No nonsense defending, and a throw-in conceded. Not really giving Blackman any breathing room as he tries to throw this one in. Looking for the long throw. Selinovic was the target. It's cleared all the way back to midfield. Kubas tries to buy his team some time, but now Tigres right back on it, and here they come. Luis Quiñones leads the break with his head up. Moves it out wide. Quiñones gets it back. Brunetta down the line. Quiñones blocked down by Blackman. Corner kick, Tigres. Good look at that throw-in. Long throw can be almost used as another set piece. Selinovic just missing that one. Another chance for Tigres from the corner. Brunetta standing over it. High lofted ball right into the middle. Orioran got his head to it. Gignac was also waiting. Raposo, though, gets to it first. And it's a break here for Vancouver. Plenty of numbers streaming forward. Looking for the switch of play. Whitecaps will keep it just for the moment. Schopf does well to win a throw. And that was a long run, though, for Alessandro Schopf. Another chance for a long throw. This one, though, from Matias Laporta. Good height on this. Blackman couldn't get the initial header. Laporta, though, cuts it back. Blackman deflected, or maybe not. It's out for a goal kick. Blackman, who had the chance, we'll see if this did take a deflection out or not. Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Looked like it came right off the inside of the foot of Angulo. You can see the spin of the ball change as that went towards goal. Tigres will carry on. Number 1-1 on aggregate, but the away goal tiebreaker advantage currently in the hands of Tigres. Tigres trying to join, as you see the foul, trying to join Chivas as the round 1 participants to move on to the round of 16. Gignac may be coming up a bit gimpy there. Foul against Laporta. Raposo circling back, feeling contact. And it's a foul against Vancouver, a handball against Raposo. He thought he was pushed down. Looked like he was already going to ground on second look there. Referee gets that one right. Has come out. They played well so far tonight. Still looking for that opening tally. Blackman. Kubas. Here's Schopf turning it back. Schopf going down. He does win the free kick. That's the area in which they turn the ball over quite a few times in that first leg. Though no doubt on the foul here. You can see that's where Tigres wants to send numbers to the ball in those areas, especially with Schopf with his back to his own goal. This one headed and cleared away. It looked like Guzman was going to be there. Thumbs up from the goalkeeper as that one's cleared away. Gulo not taking any chances there with Brian White. Hot in pursuit. Laborda looking for an option centrally. Tigres able to get this away. Well done by Kubas to break up a counter-attacking chance. Kubas. Here's Gald. Krylak. And turned over. Gignac. Here's Brunetta. Quiñones up ahead. Kubas there to win it back. Boy, is he making his impact felt already in this opening half hour. Remember, didn't get the start last week, was not in the lineup. He's healthy enough to go tonight. We'll see how long he's able to go. Also heard this week from Robert Siboldi that Andre-Pierre Gignac is still trying to get back to full fitness. Into training a few weeks ago with a bug after he was recovering from some injuries. He did play basically the full 90 last week. Of course, scored the crucial goal. Brunetta. Served out wide. Garza trying to shape the cross in. Headed away right back where it came from. Ryoka or Garza. It's Gignac and Takaoka able to watch this one sail out of play. So tough to get power on that header from Gignac. High lofted ball. Gonna snap his head right at that ball as it floats through the air. Trying to catch Takaoka out there, although he had it read the whole way. The Japanese goalkeeper. Samir, a bit too much once again. And it looks like it's Krylak who is down. They've come down awkwardly on that right ankle. Doubt was contact going for that aerial ball. Krylak will carry on. Berhalter. Laborda. Broken up, and it was last stop Tigres and Quiñones. Laborda carrying forward for Vancouver. Just losing his footing there was White. Run all the way through. Substitutes warming up for Vancouver. Could they be called upon? Those more of in an attacking sense if the scoreline stays the same or if Vancouver's chasing a goal. White applying pressure on Guzman, able to get rid of it quickly. Schaaf with the header, Berhalter in tight space. Loaded long over the top, Gignac with Blackman, and Blackman's able to cut this out. And it's a corner kick coming for Tigres. Seemingly coming out of nothing, just a long ball forward. Blackman did well to get back in position. Now Vancouver will have to defend another corner kick. Third of the night. Brunetta gets it back after the short corner. It's Carioca. Brunetta going to flick this through. Clearing header, now the volley bouncing towards goal, and Takaoka makes the save. He was credited with 4 saves last week, was Yohei Takaoka. This is his first of the evening. They've taken a slight deflection on the way through as well off Matias Laborda. Quick passing here from Vancouver, and a foul and a yellow card. Fernando Gorriarán, Uruguayan, will go into the book. A yellow card now on either side for 2 more defensive-minded midfielders. Lunging in on Cubas. Those are the 2 players with yellow cards tonight. Again floated forward and will funnel all the way through for Nahuel Guzman. The opportunities coming forward for Vancouver have dried up since the start. In an early corner, they did have 1 shot early on as well. Good chance from a header as well. Right now searching, trying to get back into this game. Seems like Tigres has settled in. Carioca serves it out wide. Herrera. Quiñones right back for Herrera. Herrera to the end line, tries to cut it back, and it's deflected out. Corner kick, Tigres. Another one here for the home side. Played short. Brunetta. Towards the top of the area, Gorriarán! Had the attention of Takaoka, but he was able to watch it fly out. Player who came off the bench in the first leg last week. Gorriarán trying his luck from distance. second season with Tigres after spending 4 years with Santos. Here comes Tigres again. Carioca trying to split the lines. Rioran, it was deflected. And Raposo was there to collect it for Vancouver. This will go the direction of Tigres. Broken up again in the middle. It's a heavy touch. Vancouver desperately trying to win it back, but it's at the feet of Samir. Floated forward again. The flag is up for offside against Andre Pierre-Gignac. Just leaning forward in that offside position was Gignac. This time a foul against Brian White. Now Vancouver just having trouble advancing it into their attacking third at the moment. A whistle, and this will be against Tigres, and another yellow card will be shown. Juanjo Parata have his name taken, breaking up what looked to be a pretty promising counterattacking opportunity. Kreilach just couldn't get loose. There's that pressure in the middle for Vancouver, starting to pay off. As we're into the final 5 minutes before halftime. The referee will bring this back once again. Tried to play advantage, but right in midfield, Raposo was fouled, this time by Jesus Garza. Carioca, fancy pass down the line. Herrera. He felt the contact, he went to ground. It's a free kick for Tigres. They get it back into play quickly. Carioca. Gorrioran. Now it's Gauld. Gonna chip this into space. Kreilach lost his balance. Brunetta touches it out wide. Gorrioran cutting it in and playing it back. A chance to break here for Vancouver. How quickly can they go? Schopf with space. Berhalter. Loose pass there, and a free kick as Kreilach forced to go to ground and commit the foul. It was the foul a few minutes ago against White, and then that's Kreilach just moments ago. Quinones. Porata. There's Carioca. To get it back, and now finds Gignac. Gignac turning towards goal. Gignac looking for space. Just too many touches, and now Vancouver can look upfield. Here's Schopf. Berhalter. Floats it out wide, a switch of play. Raposo. This cross is blocked. Blackman with time to settle. Now he'll drive it in. Carioca the clearing header. Veselinovic coming forward. He'll curl it in. Raposo heads it down. The shot is wide. Gold was waiting. Laporta took it for himself. This back the other way. It's Laporta taking it off of André-Pierre Gignac. And you look at this. Boy, Ryan Gauld was waiting just a few yards behind, and he had kept his balance. Laporta just lost his footing a bit, enough to put him off and put the shot wide. One of the better chances of the first half for either side. See how much stoppage time is added on here in just moments as Tigres come forward again. Quinones in the corner. There will be no stoppage time. The first half has come and gone. We're 3/4 of the way through this two-legged tie. Some good chances for either side. Currently, though, Tigres still with the 1-1 aggregate advantage. We've reached halftime here in the second leg of this round one fixture. It's Tigres 0, Vancouver 0. And a look at the first half stats. It's been pretty even across the board in terms of shots. A little bit less possession for Tigres than what they had last week, but the shots on target, there's been just one in this game. It was a pretty straightforward save for Yohei Takaoka. We'll see what the second half brings. 2024 Concacaf Champions Cup Round 1, second leg between Tigres of Liga MX and between the Vancouver Whitecaps of Major League Soccer. I'm Josh Eastern, glad to be with you here tonight. The winner of this matchup will move on in the bracket to take on the winner of Orlando City against Cavalry FC. Those two teams will contest their Round 1 fixture over the next 2 weeks to close out the month of February. We'll have our round of 16 by the first week of March. It's going to be quite a condensed schedule once those Round 1 teams get going. They'll go right from Round 1 if they win. They're right into the round of 16 the next week. A bit more of a break in this competition, though, for the winner of this series and all of the teams that advance on this week. And is our referee, Said Martinez of Honduras. Everybody just about in place and ready for this final 45 minutes. The only way we get penalties tonight is if we finish 1-1 on the night. It is 1-1 on aggregate currently. The away goal tiebreaker right now going to Tigres. And here we go, if you want to call it. This is the fourth quarter of this two-legged tie. And this is when the game and the series can be won or lost. Both teams with the same amount of shots. Vancouver, though, did not have a shot on target as this is rolled in early on and quickly cleared away. Is there going to be a chance to run? Vancouver had plenty of opportunities, more so in transition. There was one good opportunity right at the end of the half. A switch of play, Raposo cut it back. Now this bounces in, good first touch, deflecting wide. Quiñones had the opportunity, and Blackman just enough to put that off, and it's a corner kick coming up. Blackman, that last line of defense right in front of Takaoka. A good look at goal. It's a quick corner kick taken by Tigres. They'll take it short to the top of the area, trying to move it along. It's blocked down, and Tigres will keep possession. Garza, Carioca, Gorrioran for Quiñones. Trying to lift it in and couldn't get it by Blackman. It's been a big game at center back so far tonight. Down the line, Quiñones gets it back, trying to return it. Instead, it's Garza. He's able to shape the cross in. Chance to hit this from the top of the area. Still an opportunity, and Takaoka makes another big save. He made 4 of them in that first leg. And that's the biggest one of this second leg thus far. Thought maybe the chance would be gone after that first touch was mishandled just a bit. Carried off the knee of Juan Brunetta. Takaoka forces it wide. Tigres staying on the prowl, and this cross all the way out of play. And Vancouver can take a moment just to collect their breath here. It's been a great atmosphere all night long. A quite full Estadio Universitario here in Nuevo León. Last year, Vancouver was able to get through to the quarterfinal stage. Took down Real España of Honduras 7-3 on aggregate, but then lost to LAFC 6-0 in the 2 legs. They only won 1 of those 4 matchups last year, ended up losing the second leg against Real España, although they'd already built enough of an advantage in that first leg. And a chance to break. It's pretty much 1-on-4 here, waiting for more support. Laborda was able to get a touch to it and then was fouled by Herrera charging forward. Samir all the way back for Nahuel Guzman, who had to be quick. Pressure from that front three has been very strong. That was a bit too much, though, from Andres Cubas. His impact has no doubt been felt tonight after he did not play in the first leg last week. And here he is going into another challenge, nearly winning it back. Advantage being played now as Gignac tries to play this into the path of Garza. And now the referee will bring this back. There was not enough of an advantage. Cubas went into the challenge, and then it was Schopf came from behind. This was that quick pass from Nahuel Guzman. He had to get it right, and he did. Set piece opportunity coming for Tigres. Lifted in and cleared away by Gauld. Brunetta trying to push it forward again. Here he is. Andre-Pierre Gignac. Rafael Carioca. Looked like he wanted to step into a shot there. Instead, he went for the cross. It's moved out wide. Plenty of options to pick out in the middle here. Brunetta down the line, the overlap. Trying to cut this back. Gorriarán, it's off the crossbar, and then it's put home. Luis Quiñones scores for Tigres. It has given them an outright advantage in this second leg. A bit of Conca chaos, if you want to call it that. Herrera did enough to lift this in. The header off the crossbar, and then Quiñones, right place, right time, able to smash that one home. Well done on the overlap by Herrera. The header nearly there. And Blackman and Raposo just not able to do enough and get back to that ball quick enough. And Luis Quiñones, it's his 6th Champions Cup goal now in 26 appearances. That goes along with 10 assists in his career as well in this competition. A crucial goal for Tigres. And if you're Vancouver, things don't necessarily change. You know you had to score. Now, though, instead of going up 2-1 outright, as this one is sent to Monterrey, a player is down here for Vancouver. That's Raposo. Vancouver knew they had to score tonight. They still need now to find a goal. That would just bring it level on aggregate to 2-2. Mindset this week sent forth by Robert Siboldi was, we are thinking of winning. We are at home. We want to win at home, is what he said. Doesn't matter who the opponent is, whether you're in the advantage or not. They want to win on their home fields, and it's now currently what they are doing. even with the 4 changes they made. So much quality throughout this roster. Trying to connect with Gauld. Berhalter, though, gives it away. And maybe a chance to break here for Tigres, although it's closed down quickly in the middle by Kubas. Kreilach goes to ground, and White able to win it back. Now it's Alessandro Schopf. Options to either side. Here's Brian White, the cross. Will come all the way through. Ryan Raposo. Send it right back in. There's nobody there in a white shirt. Again, Tigres on the move. Herrera trying to cut this back. Couldn't get it by Veselinovic. And Herrera let this trickle out for a throw-in. Youngster Josiel Herrera. Quality young player, as he showed last week in the first leg and contributing to the first goal in this second leg as well. Won the Gold Cup last summer with Mexico. One of his 7 caps with El Tri. Well, Guzman, a giveaway. And now how quickly can Vancouver go here? Guzman coming out of his goal, trying to roll this into the middle. It's broken up, it comes right back, it's smashed back into the middle. And again, cleared away. What a chance that was for Vancouver. And now this game's starting to open up. Herrera moves it ahead. Brunetta lifting it in, looking for Gignac or Quiñones. Takaoka trying to prevent a corner kick to no avail. Another look at this. You think maybe if White just goes with the chip there, he might have an opportunity. He was looking for options in the middle on 2 occasions, and both were cleared away. What could have been there for Brian White. 16 goals last year in MLS as this comes in. And that's going to be a whistle and a foul against Tigres. Parata back to his feet. And a free kick for Vancouver to restart play. Now some space for Vancouver to exploit. Schopf carrying it forward. Gauld, Blackman, Raposo. Trying to get back onto his right foot. Curls it in. The header to bring it back centrally, cleared away by Parata. Berhalter spinning Brunetta around. It is Valentine's Day. No love lost, though, between those two. And a yellow card is given to Sebastian Berhalter. Some sort of dance here. They were just going in circles. A couple of substitutions readying for Vancouver. Looks like Javane Brown and Pedro Vite are the 2 players just about ready to enter. The flag will stay down as Gignac collects. And that's when it goes up. Cubas trying to chip this over the top. It was ever so close. Foot race that Laborda wins. Takaoka. Here's Andres Cubas. Blackman in advanced position. He stumbles down. Tigres just trying to control proceedings here. Herrera trying to get free. Herrera for Quiñones, lifting it in. There was nobody there. Now Blackman nearly caught. We've seen quite a few players slipping on this surface tonight, mostly for Vancouver. This is lifted in. Gignac plays it back. It's Quiñones, deflected, headed wide. Raposo, the bravery to pretty much dive towards the post and head that out of play. It looks like the flag was up anyway. That's fearless defending. And now the substitution's coming. Alessandro Schopf will be replaced by Pedro Vite. Will also be Sebastian Berhalter entering. Or pardon me, he's leaving the field for Javane Brown. So the two subs, both of these players played last week. Pedro Vite got the start. He came off right around this portion of the match. Javane Brown also coming off the bench. Both these players in their 4th seasons with the Whitecaps. Some fresh legs inserted for Vanni Sartini. It's now 2-1 on aggregate to Tigres. Vancouver knew coming in they needed a goal. They still need that goal. Nothing has necessarily changed except for the fact that if Vancouver scores and it stays at 1-1, it's off to penalty kicks. Again, looking for that ball in behind. Guzman there to collect and distribute. No doubt one of the better atmospheres in the region has lived up to the hype tonight. We're in this round 1 second leg fixture. It did go out past the line before Quiñones could get there. It's his goal that is the difference on the night. Chest it down, Gorioran moves it ahead, Brunetta turns it back. Gignac. Porata. Nobody home for Tigres. Takaoka reset here for Vancouver. What do they have left in the tank here? Final 30+ minutes from Estadio Universitario here in Nuevo León. Vite. And Blackman. Through the lines again, laid off for Gauld. Gauld trying to move it out wide and broken up yet again. Quick passing here from Tigres, just playing keep away from the Whitecaps. Possession still in favor of Tigres at 55%. Had it up around 60 back in the first leg last week. There's no doubt that Tigres has controlled proceedings here tonight. Well, Vancouver, they've been close a few times, trying to pick off some balls in the middle and get forward. Have not been able to be clinical enough, though, in that final third. 25 minutes to solve it. Cross blocked down, appeals for handball, waved away. Noel Guzman distributes. Garza. They'll bring it back for the foul right in front of Vanni Sartini. Doesn't quite agree with the decision. Deflects in the middle for Kubas. He has space to exploit and options around. Brown coming forward, and he just couldn't get on the ball. Enough defensive support there for Tigres to break up that attack. Blackman has this covered for the Whitecaps, and all the way back to Takaoka. At a certain point, you feel Vancouver is really going to have to turn up the attacking intensity. There's still plenty of time left, but I want it to get down to the end, still needing that goal. Of course, options on the bench include Fafa Pico, Jorn Inga Utvek as well, still waiting to make his debut. Pierre Gignac. Here's Juan Brunetta. He'll try his luck. It's deflected, and it's out of play for a corner kick. Not a bad effort from Juan Brunetta, and that deflection could have gone anywhere. Looks like a few Tigres players starting to get ready. It's Diego Lainez. Juan Brunetta sets up this corner kick. They'll play it short once again. Quinones for Brunetta. Now Carioca. He'll try his luck, and it's saved. Takaoka down to his right. Another shot on target for Tigres. Just a low-driven ball through all of that traffic. Yohei Takaoka had eyes on it the whole way. A good save once again. Raposo. Vite. Here's Brown. Indeed is Diego Lainez. He'll be coming on momentarily for Tigres, for whom we'll find out shortly. Another player who came off the bench last week for Tigres in the first leg. That's another giveaway. Cubas trying to win it back. He at least slowed the progress of Quiñones. How much chasing does Vancouver have in their legs here tonight? It's their second game, or second competitive game rather, of the season. They'll have to wait about 3 more weeks before their next competitive match, whether that be in Champions Cup or in the MLS regular season when it gets going on March 2nd. Herrera, cross block down. Gorriarán gets there. Tigres able to keep it all the way to the end line is Garza. He just couldn't keep it in play. Before Takaoka can put this back in play, substitutions for both sides. Sebastian Cordova preparing to come on as well for Tigres. And here are the subs. Luis Quiñones, the goal scorer, along with Juan Brunetta, will both make way. Fafa Pico is also prepared to come on. The player coming off for Vancouver will be Ryan Raposo. Pico, another off-season signing for Vancouver. There you see Sebastian Cordova, co-team leading 3 goals in Liga MX so far to start out this clausura, along with Brunetta and Ibanez. Cordova, though, did get the start last week. Brown, Krylock trying to hand it off there for Vite, and Krylock gets tangled up, deemed to have committed a foul against Samir. Pretty much exactly what the doctor ordered tonight if you're Tigres. Limiting the opportunities for Vancouver, especially just any sort of opportunity in the attacking third. No shots on target yet for the Whitecaps either. Tigres have had some good chances, although they no doubt scored on their best chance right at the beginning of this second half. Quiñones officially in the 52nd minute. Herrera, who's now moved a bit more centrally, with Lainez playing out in a wide position. Gauld for Pico. Here's Krylock. Cubas trying to release Pico down the line. Pico blocked down. It'll spin out a play for a throw-in. Blackman trying to lift this in. They couldn't get that initial header on the long throw. That's what they've been trying for in those situations tonight. And all the way back to Takaoka. Again, looking for width. Chested down for Pico. Fafa Pico! It's parried away. Nahuel Guzman with the save. It's coming right back in. And how about that defending from Angulo? It's out for a corner kick. Good attacking pressure from Vancouver. The first shot on target tonight for the Whitecaps. Had to make sure to get that arm out of the way as well. Good save by Guzman to dig that one out. Have to get a reverse angle to get a clear eye on it, but it did look like it was cleared away. This will be an in-swinger towards that near post. White got his head to it, and Gignac cleared it away. And they'll go again. Set pieces, of course, so crucial in these sorts of matches, especially for a team coming on the road and this struggle to create opportunities. Krylak versus Parata, a matchup to watch, and the referee is ready to go. Here comes the corner kick. Guzman is there to claim it. Final quarter of an hour here for Vancouver. And here's Pico, who's making his presence felt since coming on. Pico trying to get the shot away, and it's wide. That's twice cutting in on that right foot from this left side. He forced a save out of Guzman moments ago. This one just a few feet wide of the post. Didn't quite get his foot wrapped around that ball. But a good effort nonetheless. And definitely more of an attacking presence being shown here by Vancouver, as Nicolas Ibanez is getting some final instructions, it looks, from Robert Siboldi. Tigres, another big fixture coming up next on the weekend. They'll be away to Cruz Azul. Juan Pablo Vigon also preparing to come on for Tigres here in a moment. No subs will be made here. Fernando Gorriarán on a yellow card. Will be one of those coming off, and that is the end of the night for Andre Pierre Gignac. A moment of magic last week for Gignac. He'll come off a few minutes early tonight. Vigon and Ibanez enter. Vigon, who got the start last week, Ibanez, who was another player who came off the bench, but he also scored on the weekend in that 3-0 win over Santos, converting a penalty kick. Might he be called upon again should Vancouver score in these final 11+ minutes? That is the last we will see of Andre Pierre-Gignac in this second leg. Bouncing towards Takaoka as he claims and distributes. On the turn, Fafa Pico. Trying to release Sebastian Cordova in his space. A foot race with Blackman, who slides in and clears it away. And two more subs coming, and it will be a debut coming as Damir Kreilach will exit the match. Levante Johnson will come on. This is the debut. It is going to be Bjorn Inge Utvek, a 27-year-old Norwegian, will be coming on. Last 6 seasons with Sarpsborg in Norway. The defender comes on. This is sent in towards the near post and cleared away. The other one, though, the 24-year-old Levante Johnson. He made just 8 appearances with the first team last year. Scored 7 goals, though, in MLS Next Pro, the reserve league for Major League Soccer teams. Time starting to run thin here on Vancouver. A chance to play Orlando or Cavalry in the next round. Chance for it to be an all-Canadian fixture. But right now it's looking more like it's going to be Liga MX against one of those two. We could get a rematch of Tigres versus Orlando, which would be a good one. As remember back to last year in the round of 16. Orlando ousted late on by a Tigres goal in the second leg. Some recent history between these two teams on the field, of course, going back to Leagues Cup, and potential opponent for Tigres in the next match if they hold on. Here's White. Gauld looking for the run of Levante Johnson. And how about Angulo? Timing that one expertly, and it's out for a corner. A clean challenge by Jesus Alberto Angulo. And now a corner kick for Ryan Gauld. Right at Samir, who heads it clear. Throw-in on the way. Utvek. Fafa Pico. It's a goal kick. Cordova, long distribution. Another goal for Tigres, and you could pretty much put this one to rest. Diego Lainez gets the cross in. Ibanez, oh, it's Herrera! And that should put it away for Tigres on to the round of 16. The youngster making the late run at that back post. A bit too tall for Ibanez. It was the perfect height for Osiel Herrera. And all of his good play across these two legs is rewarded here tonight with the goal. Heading that down and with power, no chance for Yohei Takaoka to keep this one out. And pretty much sending Tigres on to the round of 16. One final sub, Rafael Carioca will be coming off. It will be Sebastian Fierro entering, another 22-year-old, recently acquired from Chivas. He played in their academy and youth setup. Crowd favorite here, Rafael Carioca. 7th season with Tigres, part of that winning team in 2020. Has hoisted 3 Liga MX titles as well. And for Vancouver, now they got to score twice. It's 3-1 on aggregate. It's already going to be difficult enough to score once. Now they got to go twice. Vite. Pico. Return for Pico as he tries to turn it back. Johnson, bit of a heavy touch, and that did him in. Cordova. Unfortunately for Vancouver, just how the schedule's set up. They're out of this competition pretty much before their regular season gets started. And this will be a foul and a free kick going the way of Tigres. There's Fierro turning out of trouble. Finding the distribution out wide. Ahead for Lainez. Tigres may not be done here. team that is in some of the best form in the region at the moment, Tigres. Getting all the way to the Liguilla final against Club America in the Apertura in December. A team currently that has not lost yet in the Clausura. 4 wins, 2 draws. Here's Pico, heads it back, and White puts it wide. A chance to make this a dramatic ending. Vancouver not able to be clinical enough in this final third tonight. Great ball forward by Laborda. Pico's header was right where it needed to be, and White couldn't steer it on frame. Johnson at the back post couldn't get there either. Four minutes added on. Trying to play it quickly. Referee lets them do that, but it's quickly turned over. Slid forward again. This could be another one. Herrera tries to cut it back. He slips. He keeps it moving, and it's rolled home. It's 3 goals for Tigres. Ibanez finishes it off. Juan Pablo Vigon is the one that puts 3 on the board for Tigres. Herrera did all the hard work, and then Vigon just able to keep his balance just enough. Herrera, boy, he almost deserved that goal, but Vigon fought through right at the end. And this will be Tigres running away from the Whitecaps at the end of the day. Vancouver will bow out of this competition after putting up a good fight in the first leg. Did well in the first half to keep this scoreless, but is running out of gas here in the second half. A lot of players have been slipping on this surface tonight. Parata does again right there. And a corner kick on the way. Gauld sends it all the way through. It's Brown, and it's saved. Guzman. One of the first times he's been called upon tonight. That's the second save he's been forced into. And another corner kick, as El Volcan is at full voice. Utvek up for it. Now will Guzman collect. Tigres has dominated these early round one fixtures. So far, they could be 2 for 2. Chivas last night. Tigres here. Club America play in just a few minutes. How much longer past the minimum of 4 will we go? Referee will let play go on. Now he'll pull it back for a free kick. And that is the final whistle. Tigres is moving on to the round of 16. They do the job on the night, and they do the job on aggregate as well. It was 1-1 coming in. Quiñones, Herrera, Vigon score the 3 goals, and that is plenty to send Tigres on to the next round. It finishes here from El Volcán. On the night, Tigres 3, Vancouver 0, and on aggregate, Tigres 4, Vancouver 1.